welcome to the stream and to the video if you're coming back to watch this later. We already got a viewer, great. But yeah, so welcome, and today, pretty relaxed stream, nothing crazy. As you can tell by the title, or the title, I think for you guys it's the title. I'm pretty sure what I'm gonna work on today is I'm gonna reposition my camera a little bit so you can kind of see some stuff here. I'm just basically setting up my my PV Windsor guitar amp and getting that re-hooked back up to my cab, and I'm gonna work on trying to find a new good way and spot for this sort of thing. So I may have to move some stuff around. But besides that, yeah, the biggest thing is that I don't have an input jack for my speaker cabinet, because the jack I was using was the one that was in my Les Paul guitar, or that was going to go to my Les Paul guitar. And now that I am finished with the Riffjaw Les Paul, I haven't had an audio jack to plug into for my Windsor. So with that being said, I haven't been able to play the Windsor because I haven't had proper effects or anything like that. What I really want to rig up would be a way to put I would love to figure out how to put my Katana head, use the Katana head, but the power amp section of the Windsor, so I could get all my effects on there. That would be probably the most ideal thing, but I don't know how well that would work, seeing as how the Katana is kind of finicky and has, I don't know, combining digital and tube amp. I'm not super well experienced in what that would look like and what I should do to do that. So with that being said, we can get started right into this. And you know what I'll do is I'll actually move all of that junk over here, so it'll be right here in the background. Please ignore all my garbage. I'll cover that up with the cab and that sort of thing, so you guys can see it. But yeah, it's basically just going to be working on that. I'm going to rob the input jack from this old junker Orange County Choppers guitar, which I'm probably just going to scrap for parts because the thing's lighter than light and it sucks. I've plugged it in before. It does not sound great. The neck, I don't know if you guys can see this in the video. Yeah, there you go. The neck is just absolutely cracked to all can be. So this headstock's about to break under any string tension. The nut is terrible. It's all broken and worn away up at the top, as you can see. Funny enough, made by PV, but yeah, this is made in China. It bolt-on neck. It's pretty worthless. It's not worth anything. Yeah, the tuners, I don't know how good the tuners are. I might, well, we'll see. I might take I'll scrap the tuners just to have extra ones probably. The knobs, I'll probably scrap out the electronics from it, not that there are many. But the main thing I'm looking at is this input jack right here. I'm going to scrap this and wire this up as the one that will go in the back of that cabinet so I can plug in and start using that cab again. And I feel like for live stuff, the Boss Katana is going to do just great, but I feel like for, what am I trying to say? For the Windsor would be a good one to record my stuff with, because it'll have that better, thicker tube amp kind of tone that it gives you, coming through some kind of vintage speakers, giving it a pretty cool sound. And then on top of that, I can add all my effects in post, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty excited, and I think if I properly treat my room and get my amp and cab separate from each other, I feel like I could do a pretty good job at getting some cool sounds. So, with that being said, thanks again to my one concurrent viewer. Hopefully we can get back up to around 15 at some point. We've been a little low on the viewing for streams recently, but, you know, whatever. Had some videos out, too. If you guys haven't seen or heard, I got a new Mackie mixer, some new microphones like this here, Samson RS, or R21S. And the Samson has become my new vocal mic, and the 57 I've used for most of my guitar stuff. Now that being said, I have done some pretty cool blending techniques. I actually right now, um, you guys are hearing my voice um, going through the R21S through to my Mackie mixer over here, right there, and that is being channeled through the first side output, chaining through a 31 band ART, 31 band ART EQ, hardware EQ. That's that. And then that's returning into the master send and then being put to my interface, sent to you guys. So right now I have it bypassed. I have it set to be bypassed. So for my vocals, I don't want much changed for EQ. There's not really much point. But with it on, it sounds like this. There we go. It's a little quieter with the EQ, but I can change that by boosting the output. I'm not going to mess with it right now because I have it set up to take out those heavy chug frequencies that you get when you have like the juke 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 kind of thing on your guitar, because it creates a lot of bass and it goes and then it just pukes out bass everywhere, and that's not what you want. We have that, and then I will turn my bypass back on so you guys can just hear my un-EQ'd voice. I don't think you'll hear much difference in vocals, but it makes a huge difference when I track guitars, so pretty cool. And just so you guys, for an album update, song number 2 of the album, I'm not going to say anything about it, except for the fact that it's completely written and is waiting to be recorded. I'm not going to disclose at this moment how many songs I plan on for the album, but we have, the curve is going to be on the album. And then also on top of that, and also for you guys, if you haven't checked out my song The Curve, it's on Spotify, Google Play, Apple Music, iTunes, all that good stuff. You can go and check it out if you guys want to give it a listen. Give it a listen on Spotify, Deezer, Pandora, all that good stuff. Or you can, if you'd like to support me even more directly, if you could go over to Google Play or iTunes and buy the song. It's only 99 cents, and it would just go a great mile length of helping me out and letting me know you guys like the show and that you enjoy the streams and the videos and the music I've been making, that sort of thing. The best way to support me is to follow me at Riffjaw Music on Instagram, and also to subscribe and like these videos. All that good stuff does a great deal to help me and support me. So if you guys would want to go and buy the song, it's on just about any music platform you can think of. I can't think of one that I haven't got it uploaded to. So and when the full album comes out, it will all be released on all of those platforms as well, and I will have a release date set for you guys in a later date because I don't know. I only have the second song written as of now, and it's waiting to be tracked. I'm trying to make some recording decisions and see what would work best and what'll best serve the song for being an album, all that good stuff, like what would best serve the song going towards an album and all that good stuff. So I'm toying with different ideas on compression. I'm wondering and debating if I should do live drums for that, because I now have a complete drum set, which will come out in a video soon. I'm going to do a video on my my drum set and all that good stuff, and I'm going to try to mic it up if possible and have that sent in to be, send it into my Mackie mixer, port it in, see what I can do to get some cool drum sounds. I'm probably just going to go with, I'm not going to do a full mic'd thing. I'll probably end up simply going with I think it's called the Lloyd technique. It starts with an L, I'm pretty sure. But this technique, all it involves is snare, kick, and overheads. And it's a very simplistic, but it's like your Led Zeppelin-y kind of classic rock kind of drum mic setup. So it's not going to be super defined, but I feel like that'll serve the type of music that I'm doing the best. So that being said, enough mumbo jumbo. I am going to go and move the Windsor over here, and I am going to move a bunch of stuff and get the cab and the Windsor set up so you guys can watch as I get some maintenance done. And I will be answering any questions you guys have in the chat. I would be happy to answer questions about just about anything. So you guys hit me up, and hey, spread the word. If people are people that are enjoying watching my stuff and they're not here, go tell them. It's always great to have more people here and the more the merrier for sure, because then we can have chat conversations and all that good stuff. I like streaming. It's always fun to interact with you guys, and without interaction, ends up turning into just like a really long video. So that being said, yeah, I'll get going, start moving stuff around, making things look all nice. Might clean up this mess back here. Oh, no, it's right there. There it is. I might have to clean that up and then make space for the cab and the Windsor. But that being said, yeah, I've said that being said probably so many times that it's been said. So let's get right into it. And yeah, actually, you know what? I should put on. You know what I can do? Here's what I'll do. I'll sample my see if I have any tracks that I can throw on while you guys are waiting and just kind of listening to stuff. Let's see what we got here. I know I could use my own music simply because I do not have my label. I made sure to leave out YouTube monetization stuff, so like my stuff is able to be used on YouTube, and it won't get copyright struck, so that way I can play stuff and all that good business. But yeah, let's see. Finished music. I only have one thing in here, I think. Yeah, that's the curve. And then I know I've recorded some other projects. Let's just open Reaper up and see what we can find for projects. I guess you know what I will do is I can throw on a soft kind of. Uh-oh. One moment. I think I have my Reaper is projecting my voice through my monitors. I gotta shut that off. Beep, boop. Alright, there we go. Let's open up a new project. Let's see what we got. Yeah, let's do, I'll play that, let me export the Eagle Has Landed mix here. Takes a long time to load this project. This is for those of you guys who don't know, I will actually pull up the boop. There we go. I'll pull up my image of what this looks like. This is a track that I mixed live on stream, and if you guys haven't sorry, excuse me. If you guys haven't checked out that video or that set of videos, I think it was 2 parts. It was fairly recent, mixing metal, mixing my first metal track and mixing metal part 1 and part 2. Basically, it goes over a whole brief, session of how to mix things and how to make everything sound great. I felt like I did a very good job. This is one of my first full pieces that I've ever mixed, so I think it sounds fairly good. So that being said, I won't export it. I will actually, yeah, let's export it so I can, let's see here. Consolidate / no, cancel, that's not it. It is, I always forget the export thing in Reaper because it's kind of a weird, out-of-the-way thing. It's not what you would think. Render, that's the word. There you go, browse for directory. And we're just going to throw it right in there. Boop. Okay, just exporting the track here. Shouldn't take too long. I'm just going to render the file. And this is my mixed version of a song titled The Eagle Has Landed. I'm pretty sure that's the tracks that got sent to me. I could be wrong. It may be from a different song. But it's a short clip. It's not super long. It's 23 seconds, it looks like. But I can loop that for you guys. Alright, it is all finished up. So now we will close and we will save and all that good stuff. And let me go back to this slide and I will simply add an extra little thing so you guys can listen to that mix. And if you guys want to see how I did that mix, you can go and check out after this stream is over, or after you're done watching this video, you should head over and watch my mixing metal part 1 and 2 videos, because I cover, stuff that I've learned from, mixing classes and that sort of thing. Basically how I go through and how I mix tracks. So if you guys want to see that, that's great. I'd be happy to indulge you guys in some little behind the scenes music stuff. But yeah, let's do a media source. Create new. Boop. Ah, drop my earbud. Boop, doop, doo, doo, doo. Where'd it go? I don't want to roll over it on my chair. Okay, there we go. Got it. So we're gonna go to desktop. Let me just pull this up. Finished music. Here we go. Let me make sure it's not too loud. I'll start it low. Restart playback. I'm gonna loop it for now. There you guys. Hear it. Too loud. There we go. Great. So now that you guys have listened to that mix like 5, 6, 7, 8 times, Haven Conros is sick. Thank you. And don't forget, again, if you want to see how I mixed that, I got all the tracks and I mixed all of them from raw. And if you listen to the raw tracks all put together, it sounds quite terrible. So I feel like I did a good job cleaning that up. Granted, it's not perfect. It's my first time, fully mixing a fully tracked song. Then it is just a little soundbite, but I feel like it does a great amount of justice to the song comparative to how it was beforehand. So behind me, you guys are seeing the PV Windsor tube guitar amp, and you are seeing my home-built 2x12 cab. And this home-built 2x12 is made out of MDF wood, nothing fancy, and it's got little feet on it, and the speakers are two completely different ones, and I don't even know what they are because I got them for free at a guitar store. They were unlabeled and they were sitting on the ground. They look vintage, and I thought they could have a cool sound, and I quite like the way it sounds. But I don't have a grill cloth in here for one, and on the other hand, I currently don't have an amp that can run through it. Now, to change that, I bought the PV Windsor, but I don't have a jack right now put in this thing to have the speakers wired up. So, as you guys can see, I shift it around here. Yeah, it's pretty empty. You guys can't see it super well. There we go. So, basically what you guys are looking at is a wire here where the jack should hook up, another wire right here, which should be clipped down in this area. There we go. And right where these two meet, here in the middle, right there is where the input jack should meet. So, otherwise, these speakers are wired up in series, not in parallel. So they're only, I don't know what quite effect that has on sound. I could do a comparison video. Actually, you know what? Tell you what. If you guys want to see a video about the speaker difference between, if you guys want to see a difference in speaker sound and a difference in guitar tone based on if speakers are wired in parallel or in series, let me know, because that would be really cool. But that being said, let's tear the input jack out of this guitar. There we go. Let's tear the input jack out of this guitar so we can get to work wiring up the cab. So for that, I gotta run and grab my tools quick. Bidda-boo-da-boo. Alright, I got a screwdriver, but I do not know if this is going to be big enough. Not sure if this will be a big enough screwdriver. Or small enough, I mean. Boop. Yeah, tis too large. Think I found my solution though. Got one tiny screwdriver that I have specifically for stuff like this. Oh, and Haven Conroe, who mentioned in the chat earlier, with the nice compliment about my mix, you might recognize this guitar. Ow! Oh! Oh! Something in my hand just popped. That was weird. Okay. That was painful. Past now, but painful. And one more time, you guys, two concurrent viewers, thank you for both of you being here. And if you have or know anybody else who would enjoy some music-related content, please hit them up and let them know I am streaming right now. Let them be Haven Connor says, yeah, he does recognize the guitar. And let him know that I am here and am doing some good guitar content on this channel. Guitar, I guess everything content, from gear to guitars to mixing to whatever else I'm doing. Just a good audio production show in general, I feel. All that good stuff. So, if there's anything you guys want to see for videos, let me know in the comments or in the chat. If you guys would want to see perhaps some sort of a specific review of a piece of gear. Okay. If you guys want to see a review of a specific piece of gear, one that I already have, or one that you guys would want me to purchase and check out, just let me know. And if you guys are wanting me to purchase gear and review it, I would consider at some point setting up some sort of like Patreon or something like that you guys could support me on and help fund gear reviews and all that good stuff. So that being said, I currently have the input jack removed from the guitar, and then I will now look in the back for the electronics, because I kind of want to take the pots out of here too while I'm taking this thing apart. It's pretty bad. I mean, once the neck is cracked on a guitar like this, especially because it's not like a nice guitar by any means, you know, it's just kind of whatever. Yeah, so the pots are really small and they look really, really, really terrible. It's only wired up for one pickup. I think I will take the pickup out of here just to have a spare. I don't know if I'm going to keep these pots or not. I mean, I will keep them somewhere in like a little storage bin up in here or something. But yeah, for now, these are soldered on here, as they should be. But I'm going to see if I can get by clipping them and then popping on the jack. We will see about that, though. I don't have a clipper in here. Do I have a clipper? No clipper? Must have a scissors or something. No? Oh, I guess not. Well, instead of being not lazy, we're gonna use a knife. So, let me just cut these off. Don't do this at home. There we go. And now we have a perfectly free input jack and a non-functioning guitar. Like it really functioned in the first place. Okay, so that being said, let us, I'm going to re-screw this here. Actually, I'm going to take the plate off, just because I don't need the plate. Boop. There we go. So this is what we're working with. This right here is the input jack that I'm using. Just took it out of the old guitar. The knife, says Haven Conroe. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Let me see if I can get some of this solder off of here. Solder cuts, I do not know. If I end up cutting my hand on stream, please leave an Colton, you're an idiot in the chat. Or in the comments if you came back to watch this later. Well, the solder does cut, so I am going to try to cut the rest of this off. Riveting content. We're getting there. Okay, we at least pushed it down, pushed it away from the thing. So now let's see if we can hook up these connectors. Yeah, I really don't like having all this. Yeah, it won't fit with all the solder on here. So the logical idea would be to go get a soldering iron and solder this off. But I don't want to do that because I'd have to go all the way to the basement for that, and I am in the upstairs. Yeah, I stabbed myself, so if you guys want to leave Colton, you're an idiot in the chat. Yeah, we got some blood flowing. That's good. Look at that. Nice. Well, anyway, yeah. Moving on. I can now say that blood, sweat, maybe not tears, but blood and sweat have gone into this channel so far. Sweat because my room is hot, blood because I'm stupid and cut myself, and I don't think I've cried on stream yet, but I'm sure that'll come one day. See, the thing about this is I'm too stubborn, because I should have just gone and got a soldering iron in the first place. But now I'm invested in this, so I want to keep going. And we have 4 concurrent viewers. Thank you to all of you guys for being here. Riftjaw is now black metal. I don't think so. I don't think that's how that works. But, okay. Blech. There's my blessed bleddle. Blech. Blech. Haven Conroe, if you want, you should go on like my Discord or something and send me or message it, DM it to the Riftjaw Music Instagram, and send me some of your best blech screams. I would love to put those in as a sound effects in videos and streams. That would be pretty great. So if you do want some of your screams featured on the show, I think it'd be great. I think it'd be great to have you doing some stuff on there. Yeah, I'm just gonna go get a soldering iron. Yep. So we're gonna go get the soldering iron. I will be right back. I'm gonna solder these parts off and all that good stuff. I don't think I'll bring the iron up here. I'll just solder these off. Cause my speaker hookups are clips, so I don't have to worry about them being stupid. But yeah. So I'm gonna go solder off these pieces, and I will be right back. And we're back. I have this input jack. Oop, sorry. I have this input. I'm out of breath. I sprinted up 2 flights of stairs. So I have this audio jack completely desoldered, so the clip should fit on. Alrighty, the input jack is wired up. As you guys can now see, it's very cheaply, trying to get my hand out of the way, very cheaply dangling right there, so that's great. So now that the cab is wired back up, I'm going to start putting away some of these parts from the guitar, and yeah, we will proceed to, I will turn the cab around, I will mic it up, and then we can get to work on some PV Windsor tube amp action. Once again, guys, always encouraging questions and comments from you guys, all that good stuff. I try to go in and check the comments every once in a while. I don't do it super duper often just because I don't get many comments as of yet on my videos. I try to go back. I don't always respond to all of them, but I do at least try to look at all of them within a certain, frame of time, that sort of thing. But yeah. Oh, and I did. Oh, that's a wire strip. No, I have a clippers. Do have a wire clippers. Good stuff. Okay. So, in my little toolbox. Alright, now to hook up the Windsor. Get the power going. Okay. Should be long enough. I'm really hoping that the power plug-in is on this side of the amp. No, it's over there. Shoot. Well, I gotta move that then. Of course it's gonna not be long enough. Come on. Ugh, whatever. Actually, I can do... See what I can do. Aha! Aha! I found a second plug-in. Does it reach? It's so close. Come on. Reach. Reach. Oh, come on. So close. So unbelievably close. Come on. Come on. We almost got it. I don't have any outlets over in this part of my room, so there we go. I think we got it. Good stuff. Alrighty. So the Windsor is now plugged in. Now I'm gonna move my cab out of the way. Just gonna tilt it down so you guys can see. Put it on its feet. And all that good stuff. And we are gonna hook up the amp to the cab. Let's go. There we go. I think that's the foot switch there. Speaker, jack, parallel. So I don't think it matters which one of those I use. Boop. Alrighty, there we go. So now, let's get a guitar. Actually, first I have to mic it up. And just so you guys know, I will be miking this up with my Shure SM57, this mic right here. And if you guys enjoyed my my video on, if you guys happen to enjoy my video on the snare mic shootout, where I took a bunch of different wired microphones and shot them out to see which one sounds best on the snare drum. If you guys want to see one of those for guitar tone, please let me know. I would love to hear your guys' opinion on all of these mics, being budget mics, presumably. I haven't checked price on a lot of them because they don't have names. But for the most part, these are all budget mics. The most expensive one, I would imagine, is the 57, and that's only $100. So fairly cheap in the realm of microphones. Extremely cheap in the realm of microphones and audio tech. So if you guys want to see these budget mics being shot out for guitar tone, please let me know. I'd be happy to do a guitar tone mic shootout just to see what I can get. So these two speakers are different speakers, so I'm going to mic up the left one, which I'm going to call the modern, and then the right one will be the vintage, just because strictly of how they look. I can't tell any other way. Because the vintage has a the dust cap is brown felt and has like a little fuzzy tip on it. It looks really old. And then the modern just looks like it's just a silver dust cap, so it doesn't look as old. That's the only reason. So on the modern speaker, I will mic up first with the 57, and later I will switch to the vintage. So let's get her going. Alright, the mic is in place, and I am going to throw on my guitar EQ through my ART31 band, 351 EQ, hardware EQ, and I am going to drop my volume way down just to make sure I don't blow your guys' ears out when I hook this up and start playing with the tone. So I'm going to get a guitar and let's get going. We're going to try the Windsor in its high gain output or input first, and then we will try it. We're going to try it again after we get some other things set up. So I'm going to set my presence and texture at my resonance, presence, and texture at 12 o'clock. Master volume is going to be at 0 right away because I really don't want to blow out everybody's ears because tube amps are loud. And then we're going to go treble, middle, and bass all at the same 12 o'clock position. And we are simply going to put the preamp volume at 12 o'clock as well. So everything is neutralized at 12 o'clock except for the master volume, which is at 0 until I turn things up here. So I'm going to mute my mic and start chugging along and get some mic check stuff set up. I have to go turn off my snare drum snares because they're rattling off in the distance. Welcome Tristan Shuttleworth to the stream. Big Rush guy over here, he says, and yes, I have not. I just started listening to Rush recently, and I have 100% fallen in love with that band. They are incredible, and I love their music. And some of their riffs to play are like the Working Man riff. I've played that a million times on my recent streams, and that is because it is addicting to play, and it sounds awesome. It's a very cool song, and I've always enjoyed prog music, like Dream Theater, prog metal, and then now obviously Rush is like your prime example of progressive rock. Super cool stuff. I love music theory side of things when it comes to music, so to hear a lot of intricate stuff being played by real Neil Peart, rest in peace, on the drums, and just listening to some of the crazy work like YYZ is an incredible instrumental piece and all that good stuff. So yeah, definitely enjoy. I've been enjoying and listening to a lot of Rush just because I absolutely adore that band. But yeah, we got the Windsor all set up and it's cooking. So that what you guys were hearing there is about that's everything set at 12 o'clock in the high gain input with minimal master volume. So what we're going to do now is we are going to adjust the preamp volume, boost that up, get some high gain, and see what that sounds like. So let's start dialing in some new tone. I'm gonna start with like my two go-tos for rhythm. Actually, let's start with my rhythm. We are gonna simply boost the mids and turn back the treble and bass and just see what that does to the sound. Keep in mind, this is nothing extreme, just a slight, nothing extreme, just a slight roll up of my mids and then my treble and bass being rolled back by just the same amount. So I don't know if you guys can see it from back there, probably not. But yeah, all I have is, it goes from, all my things go from 0 to 12, and I currently have my mids up to 8, and everything else, my bass and treble down to about 4. So we're evened out about the same here. So let's see what this sounds like. I'm gonna switch over to a guitar. This one, a different guitar. This one's slightly out of tune, and I gotta fix that soon. Um, if you guys want to see a video of me restringing my Floyd Rose, let me know, and I'd be happy to make a video about it. But yeah, it'll either be a how-to or a watch me struggle video, so that would be kind of fun either way. So yeah, I'm gonna switch over to do a different guitar, and I will show you guys what that sounds like. So yeah, here we go. We got my Jackson Dinky, and we are going to make sure it's in tune. Yeah, we should be good. Let's roll it up, and let's see what it sounds like on the Windsor. So if you guys are wondering what I did there to get that shift in tone, I actually boosted my presence way up so I could get more of that top end bite, and I like the bite that has. So I've left my resonance at 12, but I simply boosted my presence up to 10, and my texture up a little past 12 o'clock. But yeah, I like the Windsor controls. There is a built-in booster, but I'm not going to mess with that right now because I don't want to blow your guys' ears out. But yeah, my preamp volume is at about 9.5, and this is a pretty good sounding guitar tone. I'm not sure how it comes off on the 57, if for better or for worse. I'm hearing probably in my head a lot more bass than what's actually happening because I do have my speaker on all fours planted on the ground, so that does add to the bass. But with that being said, the Windsor is definitely dishing out great tone, and as a tube amp I would expect nothing less. The Katana's great. If you guys listen to my song on Spotify, The Curve, or if you, again I'll say, if another plug here, if you guys want to support me and support the show, check it out on Spotify, and if you want to be extra helpful and supportive for the show, you guys can head on over to Google Play or Apple Music or Amazon Music and buy the song for, I believe it's only 99 cents. Pretty cheap, and it was a great way to own the music yourself and to help out the channel a lot, so it'd be much appreciated. But on that song you heard, I believe it was my Ibanez RG for most of the song. I'm pretty sure, well, you guys know, you watched it on you guys watched it on stream. I did it. So but the Boss Katana is the amp I used for that. Meanwhile, I feel like for my rest of my album I might do some stuff with the Windsor, because you guys get a much better, you know, it's a thicker sound. You guys could probably tell the difference. I'll have to go back and watch the stream later, because I am not getting a live sound of what this, what it sounds like. I could put in my monitoring from my interface, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'll let you guys be the judge of the tone. But yeah, I'm going to play right now with these same settings, and I'm going to play a simple riff and maybe a little solo bit, and then I'm going to move it from the vintage speaker to the modern speaker, because I don't know what kind of speakers they are, and that's all I'm gonna call them by, is the vintage and the modern. So the vintage speaker, or no, it's on the modern speaker right now. Afterwards, I'll move it over to the vintage speaker and see what you guys think about it, and I want to hear your guys' opinion on what has better tone, the vintage or modern speaker. But yeah, that being said, after that, I'll probably end the stream there. Nothing super long. Just wanted to get the cab hooked back up and get the Windsor hooked back up, so you guys could hear some good thick tube amp guitar tone, all that good stuff. And tomorrow is Sunday, so no content tomorrow, but I will be back on Monday with another video. And if you guys want input on what that is, DM me on Riffjaw Music on Instagram, or leave a comment here, or anything else like that. If you guys want to contact me in any way, it'd be great. You know, it'd be super happy to hear from you guys, all that good stuff. I think I'll probably set up a Facebook page soon, so I can get that set up so you guys can, follow me on Facebook, and I'll post updates there. Tomorrow's Saturday. Oh, it's Friday. So tomorrow there will be content. Thank you for pointing that out, Tristan. So yes, there will be content tomorrow. Sorry, I totally blanked. So yeah, there will be a video up tomorrow. Sunday is off, and then I'm right back at it on Monday. So if you guys haven't noticed the trend, Sundays and Wednesdays I don't put anything up, just as my break days, to not, have to stress over putting out content, or, making sure all that good stuff. But I try to get something out, whether it's a stream or whether it is a video of some sort, out on YouTube every other day of the week besides Wednesdays and Sundays. So, that being said, there will be something tomorrow then. Thank you, Tristan, for pointing that out. But yeah, so right now I'm going to play a little bit on the modern speaker, leave all the settings the same, and then simply put the mic over to the vintage speaker, and I want you guys to tell me what tone you guys like better. So that being said, guys, that is on the modern speaker, and now I'm simply going to slide the 57 over to the vintage speaker. And now, just to keep in mind, I have them in the same position. So, the only thing, I moved the stand, but as far as where the speaker is, it's right on the cap edge. So the 57 is mic'd up straight, it's on axis. It's not, pointed sideways or off axis. And that pointed straight, it is no grill cloth on either of them, and it is right on the cap edge, spaced back about the width of where the cab ends and where the speaker starts, you know what I mean? So it's the same distance from the speaker, all that stuff, and you guys will be hearing a different, a different thing going on. This is the vintage speaker, and I want you guys to tell me now what you guys like better, the vintage speaker or the modern speaker. All right, so Tristan Shuttleworth clocks in and says that the modern speaker sounds better and that the vintage kind of has a mud to it. And I'll have to go back and listen to this video myself because, again, I don't have any sort of monitoring going on. I just have my what I hear through both speakers blended. So what I think I will do is the best idea for me, I believe, for my guitar tone is I probably make a video on it at some point. I will take some time to deduce what mics I like on what speakers, and I'm gonna do a blend. I have a lot of options having two different speakers because then I can take, like, for example, this Samson R21S, and I can use this. I've played this. I shot this out on snare, and the thing is this gave off a better, like, snare, a high-end snare tone than the 57. The 57 gave the best real picture of the drum and what it actually sounds like, but the this mic really surprised me in that shootout. It gave a really good high end. So what I might do is I might put this on the vintage speaker because it'll, the mud is going to be a lot lower. The muddy tone is going to be kind of shot out because this is a more treble voiced mic because it's meant for vocals, and it's vocals and high tom, that sort of thing. So the R21S is oh, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure what this mic is voiced for. I only assume based on the way the capsule is it's meant for vocals. I'm pretty sure because it looks like the Samson clone of the Shure SM58, that kind of thing. And it also typically, instrument mics don't have an on-off switch on them. It's typically meant to be a handheld mic, so I'd assume vocals. So I feel like I could probably position that on my vintage speaker, and then I could position the 57 on the modern speaker, and then simply tweak the placement to get a bright mic and a dark mic, and then I could hopefully create some pretty interesting classic rock guitar tone, because the PV Windsor certainly envelops that classic rock tone for sure. The only thing that the Windsor doesn't have, or that I don't have for the Windsor, is the proper pedals and stuff to get my reverb and my delay and all that kind of stuff. But what's cool about that is that I have the power of recording, so I can record everything through the tube amp, through my mics, through my mixer. I can take out my muddy tones with my EQ, and a lot of that hum that you get with your 5th fret chugs, I get a lot of hum on those, especially with my Katana with the high gain. And then I can run that through and put on reverb and delay later, because my Dragonfly reverb and delay, Ria delay, I think there's a Reaper plugin for that. But yeah, I can go through and tweak some effects with that post, that sort of post recording. And that's more of a magic of processing kind of thing. So this amp would be great for a studio amp for sure, but right now I don't have the pedals to play on it live, which is fine because I don't really have anything, any reason. Obviously, when we're all in quarantine, there isn't any live shows going on anyway, but I'm also not in a band, so I can't speak anything to playing live. So, but yeah, that being said, pretty happy with the way this thing sounds. So, being that no one else has chimed in on the speaker quality, I'm going to go back and move back to the modern speaker for you guys. And from there we will go. There we go. It's all lined up. So the modern speaker sounds better and has less mud. That's what we have deduced. So that being said, I'll play for just probably one more little session here, one more little riff, and that'll be today's stream/video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Now that we got the Windsor and we got the cab hooked up, very happy and very excited. I'm gonna see possibly about snipping the wires from my Katana cab and just soldering in a input jack and an output thing, so I can just plug them into each other, and then I can remove them and then outboard plug the Katana into a different speaker cab, so like I could put it into my homemade cab. But yeah, thank you guys again for checking out the video. If you guys could give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, greatly appreciated. And if you want another way to support me and what I do, check out my song on Spotify, or if you want to go the extra mile, purchase it for 99 cents on iTunes and iTunes or Amazon or Google Play or any of those. Helps me out immensely. So, yeah, happy to hear from you guys, and good to see some people showing up and being active in chat today. Thank you, and yeah, with that, I hope you all have a wonderful day.